Hi, I'm Dempsey Pawai, and this week I'm reviewing These Steps I Fucking Climb is a short film written and directed by Miguel Ortiz, and it revolves around this young man that joins this 12-step program which physically projects your subconscious as an animated character. Now, he and his physically projected subconscious, fittingly named Sub, try and complete the steps, but it requires them to confront some old friends, flames, and even family members for closure, and the whole thing proves to be a lot more difficult than either of them expect. Now, I really like this film. It is very abstract, as you can probably tell by the synopsis, but it's also very enthralling. I just really dug the world that these characters existed in, and I especially thought that the rehabilitation program that they use, which brings about all these animated characters that we see, was just very cool. This film got me so invested that I honestly wanted to know where everybody and everything ended up even after the credits rolled, which is always a good thing. This film was very well directed, and even very well shot. You can tell that the filmmakers put a lot of effort into every single shot's composition. In fact, there's this one scene towards the very end of the film where you see the main character's father's face lit up in such a way that he almost looks like Two-Face, the Batman villain. Half of his face is covered in light and the other half covered in darkness. And the reason why that shot stands out to me so much is the fact that this whole film is about duality. You know, our internal struggles, our inner demons. And it's the only instance in the film where you see a character divided into two halves that doesn't involve animated projection. The film is also very well written, though I will say that there are some secondary actors that don't entirely nail the deliveries of their lines, but the main actors are great. The main guy, the one who plays, and I'm sorry in advance for my terrible Gringlish here, Papito, and I won't even try to say his real name because God knows I'll butcher that as well. He does a fantastic job. I really liked his performance, and he's just so comfortable in front of the camera that I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he told me that this wasn't his first movie. But the real star of the show is the guy who voices Sub. He has such a charisma to him that honestly is so enjoyable, and he not only sells the character, but he also sells the whole entire film's concept. Like, the fact that he is a cartoon character existing in a live-action world, I never once bothered to question his existence. That's how smooth he is. That's how good he is. I mean, for the most part, the animation is pretty good, though. There might be some occasional moments where things might look awkward. For instance, there's this one scene where Papito gives Sub, like, a handshake, and it's just like, wait, what? It looks strange for, like, a quick second. You could tell, but that's to be expected just because, you know, animation is not an easy thing to do. There are tons of rendering issues that can happen, angles that may be miscalculated, but other than that, it's absolutely seamless. So seamless that you might actually forget that the actors actually had to act with nothing else beside them. I mean, maybe somebody was reading them lines, but they literally had to pretend like these characters were in the room with them, which once again is not easy. Now, the only real issue that I have with this film was its ambiguity. For instance, throughout the entire film, we follow Papito on his road to redemption, but we never know why he's on that road in the first place. We meet a lot of his friends and family as he tries to seek closure, but we don't know for what. And we don't even know how the subconscious gets projected as an animation in the first place. But even though the filmmakers never bothered to address any of that stuff, it doesn't affect the film. I mean, it affected me just because I was so invested, but the film is fine without it still. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's plain to see that there's a much bigger story here. In fact, I could see the film being reworked as either a feature or even a mini web series. It's that good. Overall, Steps aims high, without a care in the world as to what the audience thinks. And while it may not quite reach the top of the staircase, there's no denying that it's an enjoyable ride. And for that, I'm going to give it 3.5 stars.
Nice.
Guys, These Steps I Fucking Climb is not only a badass name, but it also happens to be the name of a movie that one of my friends wrote and directed. So yeah. And it's not like I was asked to do this. I actually wanted to do this to help promote it because it's actually going to be world premiering this weekend at the New York No Limits Film Series Summit. I hope I got all that right because it is a mouthful. But in case you guys are interested in anything that I said about it or showed you today, I'll put the link in the description box below if you want to check it out. But if you miss it and you can't make it or you're not even in New York, it will be a part of the festival circuit this festival season. So make sure you follow it. I'll put any and all information I have for it, including any social medias that it has, in the description box below. So make sure you check it out, okay? I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very well done short film, as you probably already know if you saw the full review. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to view this video. It really does mean the world to me. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also like it. You know, likes don't hurt. I post new videos like this every week, and I hope to do more fun stuff like this in the future. I really do enjoy short films just because they're really fun to just eat up. You can knock out about like 5 or 6 of them in about the same amount of time it takes you to watch a regular movie. So I always thought that was just really cool. And you know, if you ever get a chance to see any of these short films that have ever won Oscars, a lot of them are just like really inspirational and really great. But anyway, if you guys did get a chance to check out this movie and you're watching this review in the future, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. I look forward to talking to any and all of you. Or if you just like this review, you have any kind words, if you like my new haircut, yeah, this fantastic fade. I'm obviously kidding. But yeah, thanks again so much for taking the time out of your day to view this video. It really does mean the world to me. And I should probably get back to work because I have a lot more stuff that I want to crank out there. So until next time, I'm Dempsey Pallad. Take care.